Right. Hello, writers. Today you're going to be creating another list, and today's list is going to be about something that you have really wanted, whether it was an object that you wanted, a goal you wanted to achieve. But before we get to our list today, we're going to discuss a couple of different character traits. Okay, so you may be thinking, what is a character trait? A character trait is a person's behavior or attitudes that makes up their personality. Your traits make up who you are. And keep in mind that character traits can be good and they can be bad. So sometimes a word that you use to describe somebody can be positive, and sometimes they can be negative. So our first word that we're going to be talking about is persistent. Persistent means that you continue to try and get something, okay, beyond normal. So think of if you are asking mom and dad for something and you keep asking without giving up, you are being persistent. You never give up. And we see this little picture of the mouse here. He really wants that piece of cheese, but he is going to do whatever it takes to get that piece of cheese. He is being persistent. So our next word is demanding. So here's one that may not always be positive. In some areas it could be considered positive. When we're talking about personality, it's usually negative though. So demanding means that you are expecting a lot. You want a lot of time, you want a lot of somebody's attention. You are hard to satisfy. Nothing ever makes you happy. Okay? Some synonyms for demanding can be that something is difficult or that you are a challenging person to get along with. And we see from this picture, this girl is a character in a movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and everything she sees she wants. So she is very demanding. Our next word is appreciative. An appreciative means that you have gratitude or you are thankful for the things that you do get or the things that you do finally achieve after you have worked so hard for them. Okay, so this is an example of a positive character trait. So our next one is admirable. Admirable means that you are deserving great respect. So you have done something that is honorable, great, wonderful, and you are deserving respect from somebody because of something you have done. You know, oftentimes when we think of admirable, we think of maybe soldiers or firefighters and policemen and doctors who have saved people's lives. They have done something that was very admirable, and they are earning people's respect for it. So this is definitely a positive character trait. All right, and the last one we're going to discuss is timid. And timid is feeling or showing through your behaviors a lack of courage or confidence, usually within yourself. Okay? People who are timid are shy to approach new people or new activities. They can be very nervous. They can be very fearful. They're not quite sure what to expect, so they're very fearful or timid to even try or attempt that new activity. Okay, so now we're going to move into our writing journals to create our lists. So we're going to open our second page. We're going to create our list of things that we want. Okay, so I've already put my title up here, I want. Now remember, this list can be objects that you want. It can be goals that you want to achieve. Okay? And just like our first list, you're going to generate as many ideas as you can. Because remember, the more ideas you have on your lists, the more ideas you have to pick from when it's time to do your writing. Okay, so let's see. Let me think of some things that I want. I want a new bike. And again, I like to make my lists kind of pretty and creative, so I'm going to do kind of little bubbles around each idea so that when I look back at this, I can see all my different ideas, that they stay separate. Let's see, I want to read 3 books in 1 month. So that's a goal that I have for myself. I want to be able to do that. Let's see, what else do I want? Let's see, I want to learn to cook, because Mrs. Hall is not a very good chef, and I would like to learn how to cook. Alright, so I have started my list. I obviously have lots of space left to continue to add to my list, just as I want you guys to continue to add to your lists. And keep in mind, your list can be something that you want, an object, like a bike, a new pet, maybe somewhere you want to go. Ooh, I'm going to add that to my list. I want to go to Paris, somewhere I have always wanted to go, so that is definitely one of my goals. Or it could be something you want to accomplish. I want to accomplish reading 3 books in 1 month. Maybe you want to accomplish getting straight A's this year. Okay, so you're going to write down as many things that you can think of. As you are thinking of these ideas, remember to keep in mind those character traits, okay? Persistent. What is something you keep asking for or keep working towards? That's something that could go on your list. Demanding. Even though we talked about demanding being a negative word, especially with that example that I gave you of the little girl in the movie who wanted everything she saw. But demanding can be thought of in a positive way. Appreciative. You know, maybe you have just recently accomplished something and you were very appreciative of it and you thought, hey, since I did that, next I want to try this. Okay. Also think of maybe something that you want to try and accomplish that might be admirable. All right. So as you work through your list today, remember to jot down as many ideas as possible.